Okay. Hey guys, welcome to Bar Z. My name's Stan, and we're starting a little early tonight. And I got a new microphone. I got a new microphone here on me, and I'm skipping my own ad. And I'm going to turn myself down. There we go. Well, that looks pretty clear. I'm looking at it on YouTube. Doesn't look too bad. And let me type in a little something here, see if anybody's listening. Hey, Janus, how you doing? Steve and Stephen Cable, hello. We lost video there for a second. Yeah, I started a little bit early, a couple minutes. It's only 6:59 right now. It's a warm summer night. I got a bunch of the doors and windows open here. Just finishing up for the night here in the shop. Working on the oil filters. They're on the lathe. That fit on those blocks that I was making the other day. I got all my work holding done. You got all my tools ground and cut and set up and all that for the run. 8 o'clock in Colorado. Hey Blue, how you doing? How did you hold and saw those plastic rounds into squares? On a, well, I just slabbed up the 9-inch round in the bandsaw, horizontal, and then on a vertical bandsaw, I just marked them and cut them. Pretty easy. Use a wood blade, it just rips right through that stuff. Jim's videos. Hi Stan, neat trick with the live broadcast. Well, we're trying. We're giving it a shot. My stream is not very healthy tonight. You've got 3 levels: red, orange, yellow, and green. And we are orange tonight, so my stream is not very healthy. Nick Schneider, how you doing? Paul Chirillo, good morning. Hey, good morning. How we doing? Hello from Nashville, Ron Estes. How you doing, Ron? Hello from Compton, Joseph Betante. I know that name. Who is barking? Neighbor's dog. Check your NAT setting to see if they're open for your computer. I don't know what an NAT setting is, Stephen. It's a state of mind. Morning, evening, they all run together after a while. Yeah, my life is just a blur of spray booths and machines. Network address translation is NAT. Okay, that's probably beyond my capabilities. Ross Hastings says hello from New Hampshire. Hello, New Hampshire. Mike Clayton, hi Stan from Christchurch, New Zealand. You can hear the dog barking. That's not my dog. Hey, Bill De La Vega. How you doing, buddy? Niagara Falls, Canada. Hello, Charles. It's a control for bandwidth per device. Okay, is that something I do here on the laptop? Darren from Minnesota says hello. Hello, Darren. Isle Gopher, how you doing, Ryan? Did you get your wireless fixed? I'm still, yeah, Janice, I'm still on the network over power adapter. I personally think it's just the neighborhood. You know, people get home from work and the neighborhood loads up. All the kids are home from school or whatever, and they're all playing video games and whatever the kids do. So I think in the evenings, our traffic's a little heavier than in the mornings. Hi, Stan in HD again. Yeah, it's Stan in high definition. Oh, look, Colin made it this time. How you doing, buddy? Hey, your motorcycle ride looked really nice. The pictures from your bike ride look really good. Everyone say hi to Comp Edge. Craig says, good evening, Stan, and the rest of the folks. Good evening, Craig. To uninstall a Microsoft patch. It's happened before. Hey, who avoided Windows 10 and who installed it? What's with that? I guess I dodged a bullet. I kept declining it and declining it. What you been up to in the shop, Colin? Tell me about your day. Fixing motorhomes, getting ready for getting people back on the road for summer. You like Windows 10? Works good? Okay. There are a lot of horror stories when it first came out. Jim's video says 10 isn't bad, but it is nosy. Nosy. Wants to know too much about you. What's the cocktail tonight? It's Pepsi and Jack Daniels. Windows 10 is the second worst. What's the first worst? Well, let's see. Colin said today was some RV, but got started on a set of parts for airport snowplows. Pics to follow on Facebook. Look forward to that. Windows 8 is the worst. I don't even know what this is. Windows 3.1 Vista. I got rid of Vista on one of my machines finally. Well, the machine finally burned up. Lots of privacy settings which are set to share stuff by default. Oh, so you gotta, if you don't know any better, it just puts you out there to the whole world, huh? Well, today, let me tell you about my day a little bit, Colin. I got set up for tooling and everything on the oil filters that go, well, I just call them oil filters, but they go on those base blocks for my video yesterday. Let me grab a base block. Excuse me here, guys. These are the base blocks. This is a left-hand threaded version. And those are going to go on these oil filters here as so. So that threading got done. There's progressive step holes inside. The threading, the taper, and it's bored up to about here, and I still got some more deep hole to do down inside. But I got all the tooling set up for that today, and got the oil filters going at least. Excuse me again. You guys got to let me know how I sound. I'm dragging around a tail with me here. I got a little lapel mic. I'm trying to improve the sound a little bit. No, the internal threading's done. I already did the internal threading. Oh, I'm missing out on comments. Let me back up here. As long as it runs, unconventional milling says, as long as it runs Fusion 360 and Google Chrome, I'm all good with it. I'm a pretty big fan of Google Chrome. I like that browser. Colin says he's finally getting the hang of Windows 10, still like XP. XP was a workhorse. That was a spin-off of, what was that Pro version, whatever it was, but yeah. I like the XP operating system. Let's see, Todd, Whitney hi there from City of Orange. How long have you had that Craftsman toolbox? Wow. Long time. I had that, it's been in 3 different work trucks, and it finally just made it here to the shop. I'm guessing mid-80s. When is the next grind? You know, I just collect video. I shoot video whenever I see something interesting or whenever I'm doing something around the shop, I shoot it. And whenever I've got something that amounts to something, I'll just throw together a big montage. Let's see, Bill De La Vega. I was gonna ask why the left-hand and right-hand threading. Down inside of those oil filters, I have to mill out some pockets down the bottom. It's parts rejection. The left-handed is kind of octagonal, and the right-handed is square. So they can't put component A in with component B, and then they can't screw it on the base block unless they get it right. So there's lefts and rights to everything. Nikki put one out today. Yeah, I actually threw that together yesterday and put up a grind yesterday. So it wasn't the greatest, but it's there. It's something. Okay. Get down here. Good evening from New Jersey. R. Stephen Lang. How you doing, Mr. Lang? Jana says the audio is fine. Noel Tillery says it sounds good. Okay, so my little lapel mic's doing okay. Sound is fine, Stan. Windows 2000. Good Lord. David Cashin says, hi, Stan, no sound. Are you guys messing with me or what? Hey, Barham, what's going on, buddy? NT 4.0. NT was one I was thinking of. NT and that other system. NT was the kind of the workhorse that the companies use. Stream has stopped, but the comments are rolling in. Stream looks good here. Still rolling along. Hey, Gert Vandermeer, how you doing? Stream's okay here. I'm still playing with my plastic, Adam. Getting tired of cleaning up plastic shrouds around. I got shot back right there, and I've been chasing plastic out the door. I got 3 barrels full outside now. Stream is low res but working. Okay, good deal. Everyone's getting different results. So yeah, even Gert over in Australia says he's doing great. Stream's okay from down under. How was the barbecue, Adam? And that was a good SNS last night or Saturday night. Okay, guys, anything else you want to talk about? We've only been online for 11 minutes here. We got an online viewer from Australia, said the stream is clear. Backwoods of Kentucky, you're doing okay. It's Brian. How you doing? How you doing tonight, Brian? Smart. You guys are making me hungry. Adam has a bad habit of doing that. He'll go on the air and God, you can almost smell it. I saw an MS post today on the Hangout streaming is going away. They want you to move over to YouTube streaming. Now this is hey David, my name's Stan, not Satan. But thank you. Thank you, David Cashin, for calling me Satan. I finished hacking up that intake manifold. Oh yeah, I saw that manifold you were working on tonight. What's your next project, Stan? Actually, I need to get up after this plastic work's done. I got to haul ass up to Livermore and start a job up there. Hi, Stan. The 2-inch 45 degree is not fitting in the case. There was a note in there with your case that everything had to be fitted. Stream's fine in Colorado. Hey, Ty, how you doing? But I will do some small work on it. Yeah, I hand fit each one when I have the squares in my hand, but Jody had the squares, so you have to do a little bit of fitting there. Jimmy Hinton says the live stream is pretty bad on his end. I'm sorry, Jim. Yeah, I don't cut the squares down, cut the box. Cutting wood's way easier. Brian says, doing good, Stan. Just came in from my shop cleaning. Clean the scroll on my chuck out. Yuck. Bloody spell checker. It was funny though, David, you know, and calling me Satan. How old was that lathe behind me? Late 60s. Do I have a preference of what type of tool I use for cutting plastic? High-speed steel. I grind it myself. Brian, are you airtight inside your barn now? I don't remember your last video. Doing fine, drinking beer with Stan. Awesome. I don't have beer tonight, just a little Jack Daniels and Pepsi, that's it. And I didn't drink enough water today, so I'm still hydrating. I do some on the surface grinder, depends on what it is. Actually, my tool I used, that's an Acme thread, so I ground an Acme. I kind of cheated. I ground my Acme tool on the surface grinder. That's what I'm using for doing my internal threading there. Just on a pretty simple boring bar for the internal Acmes. So when you have a surface grinder, you tend to cheat. Have you ever cut fire hose threads? Yeah. What do they call it when it ends? There's a term for it when you cut the end of the thread off. I can't remember what it is. Let's see here. And have you considered upgrading to a bigger lathe? Yes, I used to have a bigger lathe. When I moved out of my shop, I had to sell it. I used to have a nice big Cadillac. Very similar to Tom's Yam. I miss my Cadillac almost every day. Do you have any Harbor Freight tools in your shop? There's probably something around here. Truncate? No, it's not truncate. Let's see, Brian says, I was working on the barn yesterday and had 3 monsoons come through. Fortunately, I was working inside and moving on the lawn, so it didn't bother. 92% humidity, boy, that is. Truncated thread, no. Do you machine brass fittings? Whenever I need to, whenever I can't go out and buy them. Hello from Evansville, Indiana, Brian Memer. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Well, we got everyone tuning in. We got guys from Compton tuning in, and we got my guildmates tuning in. This is awesome. It's been like that here too, rain for days. And the humidity's super high for you guys, or what? Let's see, we got Robert from Tucson. Craig says he's got one of the Harbor Freight toolboxes. It's really nice compared to the old Craftsman. I've heard that those, what are they, US Generals or something? Pretty nice boxes. And Actually, they got them at my barber shop. When I go down to my barber shop, every workstation has a US General toolbox behind the workstation. That's where they keep their combs and brushes and buzzers and stuff. So I was able to check those out down there, and they look pretty good. Let's see, finally dry today though. Louisiana is flooded bad. Yeah, I saw the news. Louisiana's flooding pretty bad. Tool Miser, how you doing, buddy? Two hours here from Evansville. Howdy, neighbor. Send the rain to Colorado, a bomb. Hello from Southern Missouri. Hello, Robert Ross. Hello from Indianapolis, Indiana. The Gimp Geek. How you doing? Humidity in the mid 80s here in New Hampshire. Ross Hastings. Where was I? Stan, the squares you modified for my small vise work great. Oh, okay. Yeah, you had the really small vise jaws, didn't you? Oxford, Alabama, Jimmy Hinton. Heat index was over 110. How miserable. And that humidity just sucks. What do you guys do to your machines to keep them from rusting up? High B cut, taper, beginning of the thread. High B cut or a taper cut at the beginning of the thread. No, there's a term for it on Acme threads or like on a fire hose thread where the thread will come around and then they lob it off and they like do some kind of milling right at the very end and just cut it off. I can't remember what it's called. Back to grinding arbors. Ever consider making any? No, I never did consider it. Making grinding arbors. Maybe the Tool Miser will make you some. He's been known to make some parts for the Boyer Schultz spindles. Kirkland's signature tool chest is nice. 21 drawers, 51 inches wide, about 16 inches tall. Kirkland is Sam's Club? Is that what Kirkland is? Let's see, Stephen Lang, anyone here going to be at the Rough and Tumble Engineers Museum in Kinsner, Pennsylvania this week? Not me. National Hose Thread. You guys have got me really wondering now. I've got it written down over, actually it's in my cell phone. Nobody go get it? I'll go for my US General rolling toolbox is nice. Also added some metal pegboard to the sides to hang tools on. So Ryan, you're happy with the Harbor Freight toolbox? Thread probably in that reference book. No, it's not really the name of the thread. It's something. I mean, you can do it to any thread. You can do it to an Acme thread or a hose thread or a fire hose thread. It's a thing you do at the tail end of the thread. You don't want that razor sharp thread rolling off the edge. It starts with a B. All right. Should I go get it? I don't know whether I got enough cord to go get it. This is all the cord I got. I might not make it. I'll try. All right, what is it called? So you guys aren't gonna heckle me tonight? I got a bunch of hecklers the other night. I'm looking for that thread. It's really bothering me now. Did you guys all see Tom's new lathe? It's called a Higby cut. Higby. Higby cut on the first thread. Google it. All right, let's take a look at some comments. Well, you guys can heckle me if you want. I got thick skin. I don't care. Buttress. Let's go through some of these now. I was gone for a little bit. Oh, Blue got it right. The Higby. Everyone's guessing Buttress. Wrong. The thread rings bells anyways. I'm looking. I think it's Buttress. Nope. Higby. Blue, you're a genius. Buttress is kind of a sawtooth thread, and it's not a Buttress. Nice ringtone. Amy Lee is a solid choice. That was my Pandora that fired up. I have my guilty pleasures. I enjoy some of the female singers. Mark one up for Blue. Yeah, Blue got it. Graphite powder. I've only seen the one picture of Tom's lathe he shared. Oh, he hasn't put it on his channel yet? Okay. Yeah, I kind of spilled the beans on it there for him. My 618 has X hydraulics, not Y. I do want to make a little ratcheting pawl setup so I can do step overs automatically and walk away. This shop was already here. It wasn't a shop, it was a barn. When we got rid of the horses back in the 90s, I took over, and they didn't even have floors. I put the floors in and did the ceiling and everything. So I converted it. Craig says, I got a way to add a stepper motor to the Y lead screw. How do I control it? Based on the X movement. Yeah, Brian, I've been peeking in on your build over there. You're doing pretty good. What horses did I have? I had Appaloosas and Mustangs. Stan, you need to get a horizontal boring mill. That's all I need. Was the first machine I put in my shop. I brought everything up from my shop down on 6th Street. I had 2 mills, 2 lathes. So I had 4 machines down there. I sold 1 mill, kept the other one, sold my big lathe, kept the little one, and moved in here with all my welders and fab stuff. When I did that back when the economy tanked, back in the early 2000s. Where did I apprentice? Everywhere. I was millwrighting in the hospitals, down in the engineering section of the hospitals. I mean, lots of pumps and HVAC stuff, and the basement of a hospital is like a city. It's pretty amazing. Did a lot of the medical work. I did a lot of conveyor line work for industrial automation as much as could be automated back in the 80s when all this automation was just coming about. Okay, Gert, have a nice evening or morning or whatever time it is over there. It's probably, what, early morning. Night, Adam. Thanks for swinging by. The eye candy in my toolbox lid. Oh, that's my girlfriend. Dan's Workshop. What other female singers do you like? Jen Ledger with Skillet. Yes, I like Skillet. Been kind of getting into Lizzie Hale over with Hailstorm. I've been listening to Pretty Reckless, whatever that chick's name is. Amy Lee's good. What did the guy from Seether call her? He called her the whiny goth chick. What do you call it? Ray Cornelia. Look who shows up. How you doing, buddy? Lunchtime over here. Oh, I see. What's your most expensive blunder in the shop? Oh, well, the old saying goes, I cut it off twice and it's still too short. You get a drawing, you get a number in your head, and the ones that screw me up are where you've got a 6.44, and then you turn around and you've got another dimension that's 0.6443 or something, and you've got one major string in your head, and you move over to the next one, which is maybe 0.664 whatever, and you don't feel like going back to the print. You just got it in your head, and you think you got it in your head, and you'll spit out 10 or 20 parts that are wrong, and it happens. Most expensive? Oh, I ruined a few $1,000s worth of high-end plastic on a job once. Boredom too deep, unusable. Doing great. Ray Cornelia says, just balls deep in the new house build. Hey, I look forward to some pictures. Get some pictures up. That's why you use a cheat sheet. And I keep cheat sheets. I make my own cheat sheets if none exist, but I put them in plastic sleeves and keep this kind of stuff handy. There's a cheat sheet for making interior and exterior threads, just to keep with me, to keep me honest, so I know my major diameter and my minor diameter. But you get lazy, you don't feel like walking over and grabbing it or something, and that's when mistakes get made. Why can't we get right-handed tape measures? Does it matter? Tape measure. What would constitute a right-handed tape measure? I'm holding this in my right. The numbers are facing me. I guess if you had a left-handed tape measure, yeah, the numbers are upside down for a lefty. So I guess they can make left-handed tape measures. Oh, let's see. I'm way behind on comments here. Sorry, guys. Ray done cleaning the shop. Doing goth is fun. Welded that shit. I love steel. What steel would you recommend for an axle shaft? 4100 series, 4130, 4140? Oh, someone already answered you. Okay. UK. Yeah, we went off on a tangent there with the right-handed tape measures. Left, yeah, I cut my 96-inch part 69 inches. That's pretty funny. So that's a good application to get a left-handed tape measure. I never thought about that. Flash the door bottom. Yeah, that's I've done that. I had my house carpeted, and the carpeting company said we don't ease doors. You know, where they cut the bottom of the doors off. So I said, fine, I'll do it myself. And my doors were making these little sweeps on the rug, and it was bugging me on my brand new carpet. So I popped the hinges, or popped the pins out of the hinges, took the door outside, cut it, took it back, still rug, went back and forth 3 times, and sitting there looking at it, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I look over the top of the door. I've been cutting little 1/4-inch bits off the top of the door the whole time. 4 trips. Hey Stan, it's 107 here today. You got that AC running? No, actually, I've got the windows and doors up in the shop. It's a warm summer night, feels pretty good. Temperatures about 85 right now. Turn Pro is still dead on. Was that that's your bandsaw, right, Ray? Oh, Ray, speaking of bandsaws, what happened to that kid Phil? He's supposed to bring a bandsaw down here. Ever cut steeper than an MPT, taper 2 or 3 start thread? I've done 2 starts. They're no fun. Yeah, 86 is a godsend compared to what it's been. I didn't know it was 107 up there, Ray. You must be melting down. Okay, guys. Well, we've been on the air for 36 minutes. You got any other questions for me, or any other comments, or anything you want to look at around the shop? Throw it in the comments. Is that an old license plate on the back wall? Yes. Royal California plates. That was dated 1914. I don't know if you can see it. No, there's a red one up there. No date on the blue lettered ones, but the red one's 1914. Jim Bob, good day from little old England. Okay, I'm on it. You're gonna love your new Johnson. Good Lord, I need a new Johnson. Thanks, Ray. Any advice on removing the arbor for my 618? Yeah, do you have an arbor puller? Doug Edwards, how you doing, Doug? Craig asks, you're gonna need an arbor puller. I am considering a cylindrical grinder. Almost 12,000 subscribers and 80 viewers. Not too shabby for this niche. Yeah, that's the truth. We're a pretty tight bunch, but we're good spirited. Love your cube tutorial, very well explained. I'm glad you enjoyed it there, Gold Searcher. Brian said he has the oldest Johnson he has ever seen. Okay. Craig, do you know how an arbor puller works? Stan, have you ever used a Brown and Sharp #2? No. Samantha says, hello, Uncle Stan. Hello, Samantha. How you doing, kid? Last time I saw you, you still had a cast on your arm. We're no backlash kind of thread. I made a batch of arbor pullers to sell. I'll let you guys know. There you go. Craig, the tool miser, I forgot, he was making some arbor pullers. All your arbors are going to have an internal thread. It's a really weird thread. I didn't have a tap for it. I had to cut it on the lathe to single point it. But it's kind of a strange thread. Andrew, I think it's like a 3/4 16 or something. And it's just a weird one. It looks like a gear puller. I can go grab mine if you want to see what one looks like. But Andrew Padaka there, tool miser, I forgot he makes them. They're cheap, cheap as chips. Just you guys hook up, get each other's emails and grab one off of him. This is Johnson, a 3-leg. I don't know. Dave Johnson was pretty big on the 3-legged bandsaws. That was their claim to fame. Tripods don't tip over, tripods don't rock, 4 legs can rock, so they always did the 3-legged thing. Says it's a 37 model. You mean like the year 1937? The last Johnson I went through was 1952. It had leather seals, bronze bearings in it, not a ball bearing in the thing. Imperial threads are just weird. You guys need to go metric. Well, the trouble is we got so many things out there that are all Imperial. Switching over is huge. There's just so many machines all around us that already have the Imperial system. So switching is it's a tough step. Ray Canelia says, I love the Rook, Andrew. Thanks. Andrew Padaka, me and my buddies still want those Rooks. We'll get at it soon. Ty, good night. Typical 18-inch J model tank. I cut all my crane and beams on it. Okay. Everyone talking about Johnson. Yeah, I mean, Johnson bandsaws are wonderful saws. I mean, I got an old Wilton now. I got an old 70s Wilton, but I had a Johnson Model B for a long time. And someone's supposed to be bringing me a big Johnson Model J. And I've got very special plans for that Johnson Model J. Kind of a secret right now, but it's got something to do with next year's summer bash. The only Johnson that Colin has is his old outboard. Well, you know what? People, when you start talking about your Johnson, the jokes are never ending. It's like when you're using Chuck's screwy balls. You start talking about Chuck's balls and his ball kit and things like that. The jokes just don't stop. Everything is a source of humor. Your Model J will be delivered soon. Ray, I'll come up and get it. It's no big deal. I told him I'd come get it, and he said no. My old 70 horse Johnson ran great, even with a bent crankshaft. Good Lord. So 2000 beam in your saw, and the base held it, didn't break it in half. Hello from Appomattox, Virginia. Enjoy all the videos. Thank you, Mr. Hawkins. What coolant do you use on your flood coolant? I use a synthetic by Relton, water base. And it doesn't grow bacteria and stuff, and it doesn't stink. That's the main thing. Colin says, every conversation in the shop degrades to joke at some point. Indeed, Colin. You had to bring up Chuck's balls. I can't unsee that now. No, you can't unsee that. You know, and I was sitting there squaring that block in that video the other day and using Chuck's balls to do it. And you know, the jokes are just right there, and I'm just trying not to make jokes during the video. And it's so difficult because I'm cracking up inside just thinking about it. William Lee, greetings and best wishes from Lummi Island, Washington. Enjoy your channel very much. Thank you, William. Okay, guys, well, the sun's starting to go down here. It's getting a little dark. It's a nice, cool summer night. Feels pretty good out right now. And we're probably going to shut it down here pretty quick. I'm going to go inside, maybe eat some dinner, have another drink, and close up the shop. Any other last minute questions? Last call, last call. Craig S. wants to know if there's any spray booth projects coming up. Yes, we are going to be working on Gillig Bus up in Livermore, California, starting very soon. Toolmizer just sent some rooks to Russia. Good night, Bill. Hello, William in Missouri. Good night, Brian. I've seen Chuck's balls in action on many channels. Chuck's balls get around. See, the jokes are just never ending. There's no end to them. Janice, good night. Gladius, good night. Ray, it was good seeing you. Thanks for swinging by. Nick, it was good to have you. Lou, good night. We're starting to drop off viewers, and that's going to be the end of this broadcast. I want you guys to have a good evening. I want you to enjoy your tomorrow. Everyone over there in Australia, send us an email and let us know how our tomorrow is going to be. We don't know yet. Let me know if I should even get out of bed. And with that, I wish everyone a pleasant evening or a pleasant day ahead of them. And thanks for watching.